On the floor. Floor I love to dance, so give me more. More till I can't stand get on the floor. Floor like it's your last chance if you want more. More than here I am.
I look so weird without my eyebrows done. Anyways, I'm gonna eat pizza today. I got Domino's. You know, for pepperoni pizza, Domino's is one of my favorites. So let's have a pizza party. Ranch dip. I had to stick it in the freezer for a few minutes. I like cold ranch. I don't like warm ranch. I don't like warm, milky things. The people at Domino's put the dip in the corner with the fresh pizza. So it's gonna get hot. No, no, no. Bad. I'm starving. But for you guys. I'm sad though because I have no ketchup left. Because someone left the ketchup out. It was me. So. When I'm gonna tell you guys story times, I have to really think, you know. Things that happened in my life, things you might want to hear. I don't know if you really want to hear what I'm about to tell you, but I remember it and it was like really weird. Basically, there used to be a strange man that lived, I don't know if he lived, but he frequented the in-between space of our house. So, okay, here's the story. I'm not very good at descriptiveness, am I? When I was younger, I was pretty young because I was learning my phone number. I remember rehearsing it with my uncle on the couch. He was trying to teach it to me. And we still have the same phone number. My mom does to this day. No, I was probably 6 or 7. And we lived in this, like, house, you know, like a duplex home. I mean, we were kind of poor when I was young. Not poverty, but poor. Not wealthy. And the homes had maybe, you know, 3 feet of space in between them. So the little crack, it wasn't in a good part of town. It was in the worst part of town you could live in. But that's where the rent's cheap, right? You want to live in a good part of town? You have to have a job. You have to make money. You have to have good credit. Which is understandable, but, you know. I got the pepperoni feast pizza. Is this a mushroom? Yep. Random mushroom. All that's on this pizza is pepperoni. Extra pepperoni and extra cheese. So healthy. So anyway. There's a 3-foot space. It was always dark and dim. The light barely penetrated it. Ever. And it was like a dump. Like, literally. It was full of garbage bags. People just dumped their garbage there. You know, I remember seeing old needles. Like, total biohazard. There was always black garbage bags full of maggots. My friend and I would go there and, like, we were curious. And we would poke things. And I remember poking the garbage bags and there would be maggots just, ugh. Sorry, this... I always forget to warn you. This is a gross story. Okay, enough about that. I remember someone commented once, they're like, why are you talking about gross things and eating a hoagie? What is this? Welcome to my channel. So. And for some reason, there's always a whole bunch of fish heads. Like smelly, gross fish heads. That 3-foot space smelled bad. So, my bedroom, of course, was conveniently located. My bedroom window was facing this space. So when I would look down, we were on the top apartment. So when I would look down, I would see this space. And the fish heads and everything. Well, one day, it wasn't long after we moved there. We moved a lot when I was young. I was resting. Okay, the background on why I was resting. I don't know if I should say this. Sometimes when I'm telling a story and I come to a part that's totally messed up and I don't think I should tell you, I only think of it last minute and I'm like, oh damn. But now I have to tell you. When I was young, I went through a phase where I just didn't want to poop. So I didn't. I just didn't want to. I don't know why. I got sick. Really sick from doing that. But I went like a week, maybe more. I can't remember exactly how long, but it was a long time without pooping. So I wasn't feeling good. I had a stomach ache. And my mom knew what I was doing. I was still at the age where, you know, your parents are monitoring how much you're going. I better put a disclaimer at the beginning of the video. If you're easily grossed out. So, one early evening, I used to go to bed when the sun was still out in the summer. Mom! I had a stomach ache, naturally, right? I mean, a little backed up. So I remember the window was open, you know, a little bit. And I remember hearing rummaging and like a kind of noise, you know? It scared the crap out of me at my age, you know? I was like, what the hell? So I went and looked in the window. Sorry, I looked out the window and I looked down and there was this man. He looked dirty, had rubber boots. I remember these big blue rubber boots. Greasy, dirty. Just looked like a stereotypical homeless person. I don't know. He looked like Patat. Long, gray, scraggly beard. Like Enter Sandman. Nightmarish. That song used to scare me when I was a kid. Enter Sandman by Metallica. I was afraid to go to sleep at one point. I was a weird kid, and that's maybe why I'm weird today, but I used to, like, not want to do things that your body needs to do. Like, I one time didn't want to sleep, so I didn't for a little while. I didn't want to poop. I remember seeing child psychologists. I wonder if, imagine a child psychologist or psychiatrist was like, ma'am, there's nothing wrong with your kid medically. She's just weird. I wonder if they ever say that. Imagine. Anyway, that's a story for another time. Fit. So, I remember seeing this guy. It was a long time ago, but I just remember seeing him there often, rummaging through stuff. You know, he'd just be walking around. Sometimes he would hunch over and just stay there for a bit. I remember once he did look up at me. And I was like, you know, but he didn't do anything. He didn't stare. He just kept doing what he was doing. I wonder if I could visit that again when I go back to my hometown. Go show you guys some fish heads. I don't know if the fish heads are still there, but just like, why? I don't know what the hell was with that little alleyway. No, it wasn't even an alley. It was just like the space between the two houses, you know? It was absolutely disgusting and vile. I mean, there was so much garbage and decay in that aisle. You know, I probably thought once or twice, like, the guy's a garbage man. Like, literally, maybe he's a baby byproduct of this garbage. You know how they say it's so moldy, it's growing life? Who knows? Anyway, my mom always gave me shit. Don't look down there. Well, don't put my bedroom there then. It's hard to fall asleep when you're in bed trying to dream of My Little Pony and the faint scent of fish heads is wafting through the open window. That almost sounds poetic, doesn't it? This is a medium pizza. So, I just thought of that guy for some reason. Oh, I know why. I was talking to my good friend. Remember I told you I lived in a group home when I was younger, like 60. My roommate was my friend that I have now. Like, we've been friends since. We were talking about memories of being there, like we always do. We reminisce, right? It's very regular. You reminisce with your friends. But we were reminiscing about some of the residents that lived there. And one of them was this guy who used to live in the other building across from this 3-foot space. So it was my building, the 3-foot space, then his building. He moved in there after with his mom. He was bad for his age. He used to want to, you know, take me in that little space. We used to go and explore, but then, you know, get curious and want to play doctor and house and stuff like that. Advertiser friendly. So when I was at the group home, and one day we're all eating dinner, and the counselor, Brenda, she's like, everybody, you know, introducing him, so-and-so, I can't remember his name. I probably shouldn't tell you. So I was like, I don't want the crust. I'm pretty full. I'm getting full. I don't think I could eat a big piece. Something triggered when I saw him, and he looked so familiar. When he said his name, that was the guy. We were kind of shy around each other and didn't ever talk. I think we remembered what we did. So that's what triggered me to remember that story. He turned out to be very delinquent. Come home high and drunk all the time. You know. I always wondered why the counselors were so crabby. I don't know how I ever wondered that, because putting up with our crap, you don't get paid enough. Actually, my roommate and I we were good compared to everybody else. I told you about the hairspray drinker that stole all my makeup. They stole my Tupac CDs. I know some of you are still mad about that. Yeah, cringe. The guy who was so drunk he fell asleep in his his plate of spaghetti. And then there were the people who incessantly bothered for snacks. Remember I told you about the counselor? This one guy. He was a nice guy too, but he was like, Brenda, can I have a peach yogurt? And she just like friggin' exorcist. Like her head spun around 360 and she was like, do you want me to kick your ass? Do you want me to kick your ass? I was like, whoa, we just asked for a peach yogurt, lady. She must have been overstressed. I don't know what her deal was. She was really cute. She looked like the mouse from Under the Umbrella Tree. Was it a mouse? Was her name Gloria? Do you ever wonder what's been happening under the umbrella tree? Do. Okay, now I'm just talking out my butt. Anyways, so I just want to tell you about the guy in the wall, in between the wall guy. I should go back there, investigate. I love you guys. Bye. When you're riding in an Uber and you feel something itchy, gonorrhea.